Just imagine that you wake up in your small wooden house. For a short time, you feel very happy. The sun is rising, you can hear the birds singing outside in the trees. It is the summer of 1348. You think about your day and the plans that are due for the day. The warmth of the sun feels amazing. Suddenly, it itches and you bend down to scratch a tiny red bump on your thigh. You ignore it, assuming it is just a flea bite, which you have felt 1,000 times before. But it is not just an ordinary flea, as what's coming next is beyond terrifying. This specific flea was Xenocilla chiopus, and it was starving. A thick mass of bacteria called Yersinia pestis had grown inside its stomach, blocking it so that no food could get in. Because it was hungry, it bit you with a desperate hunger, and as it tried to feed, it vomited those deadly seeds of disease directly into your blood. You walk outside into the village. People are talking about a great pestilence that came from the Silk Road in the east, carried on ships by rats. They say the air itself is becoming corrupt or poisoned. You see your neighbors locking their doors. You see a cart filled with old clothes and grain being burned. The world feels like it is waiting for something terrible to happen, but right now you just feel a bit tired. You think you just need a nap. Your goal is simple. You want to live. You want to stay healthy and keep your body in balance. In your world, you believe your health depends on the 4 humors: blood, yellow bile, black bile, and phlegm. You want to make sure these stay perfectly mixed so that you don't fall into dis-ease. You are curious about the world. You want to see the great cities of Italy, like Florence, where they say the economy is a powerhouse and thousands of babies are born every year. You decide to take precautions. You have heard that the bad air can be fought with the smell of flowers or by opening your windows to let the wind blow through. You want to be a hero for your family. You start cleaning your grain bags to keep the rats away, not realizing the rats are already dying and their fleas are looking for a new host, you. You want to believe that you can outrun this reaper that people are starting to draw on the walls of the village. You want to believe that if you just stay strong and eat a moderate diet of lean meat and no spicy sauces, your body will be safe. The turn happens on the 3rd day. It starts with a sudden bone-shaking chill that makes your teeth chatter. Then a fire begins to burn in your head. Your brain feels too big for your skull, and your joints ache as if they are being pulled apart. You try to drink water, but you can't stop vomiting. Then you feel it. In your groin, right where that flea bit you, a lymph node begins to swell. At first, it is the size of a marble. By evening, it is as large as a chicken egg. This is the bubo. It is hard, hot, and red. It feels like a glowing coal is buried under your skin. You cannot even stand to have your thin linen shirt touch it. The slightest movement makes you scream in a way that doesn't sound human. Your body is raw while you are still wide awake. You look at your hands and see lenticulae, dark, purple, black spots appearing under your skin. You realize your blood is poisoned. You watch in horror as the tips of your fingers begin to turn black and shrivel. This is gangrene, and it means that part of you is already dead. A university doctor comes to see you. He wears a heavy robe and looks at you from a distance. He tells you that your yellow bile is too high. He tries to give you a drink made of hellebore and ground ivy, but you just vomit it back up. But it only makes you weaker. He realizes his theory cannot save you, and he leaves you alone, just like everyone else. You are trapped in a nightmare of fever and pain, waiting for your heart to stop. Days pass in a blur of delirium. You are one of the lucky ones because your bubo does not stay hard. It begins to soften and burst open. The smell is horrific, a mix of pus and blood that smells like a dead animal left in the sun. But as the pressure leaves your body, the fire in your blood begins to cool. The fever finally breaks. Against all odds, your body has fought off the bacteria in a time when no one knew what an antibiotic was. The change is very painful for you. You get off of your bed and your body feels weak and fragile. As you walk outside, the beautiful sound of the chirping birds is replaced by a deadly silence. You look around and understand that you are the survivor in a graveyard. Most of your village is empty. The people of your village were not even given proper burial. Instead, they were dumped into large plague pits. You look at your reflection in a bucket of water. You don't know who you are anymore. Your skin is covered in deep, ugly scars from the buboes that turned into ulcers. Your fingers are missing, lost to the black rot of the gangrene. You are alive, but you are physically and emotionally stunned. The social order you knew has collapsed. The ministers and the experts who were supposed to protect the village are all dead or have fled in fear. At the end, if you have a question about why it sucks to be a survivor of this disease, which I hope isn't. So guys, the satisfying takeaway is that you are still breathing and eating whatever you want. You have endured pain and the disease is finally over, but you feel yourself at the end of the world.
The history books, right? Well, believe it or not, the plague is still around. Blame fleas and the rats, mice, chipmunks, and squirrels they infect. Bubonic plague is caused by bacteria that live in fleas. If you get bit, you can get it too. You can even get it from a rodent that a flea bites.